大家下午好，我是郑中。正如秘书长介绍，我有一个相当广的工作背景。我曾在新加坡国立大学电脑系当任教，也在新加坡贸易发展局工作，而在一家幼儿教育连锁公司当总经理。过后，我开发了各种不同的教育企业，有包括网上学习，还有通过美术来创造这个想象力。目前，我也为几家企业，初创企业公司当导师。In brief, I have a fairly diverse work background. I have taught full-time and part-time in various tertiary institutions in various subject areas, worked in the statutory board, served as a general manager for an education chain before starting a range of education businesses that involve both technology as well as creative arts. As Mr. La has mentioned, I have been active in community service. Actually, I was just counting, it's been about 30 years since I was a student, I became active. And then I became active as a volunteer officer, first with St. John's Ambulance Brigade, then with the Boys Brigade, and as board members of various non-profit organizations, in school advisory boards, as non-resident fellow of NUS Shears Hall, in my college alumni, and in various local and overseas projects. I contributed actively as a citizen, writing frequently to the forum pages of the newspapers in Singapore. And I've also sat in a number of government committees, one of which Mr. Lau mentioned was the REACH Policy Study Work Group on Education. My term has ended about 1.5 years back. This activity shows that I have a heart for the community at large and contributing several hundreds of hours every year towards all these activities. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 11 years. With each new venture that I start, there's always the challenge. You start with nothing, and you face all sorts of challenges and problems, and you learn to build up the resources along the way to finally leave behind something that is tangible and lasting. I believe all these experiences that I acquired should serve me well as an inspiring politician. I'm contesting in these elections as a Workers' Party candidate because I believe Singapore needs alternative voices. It needs a strong, credible party for the long-term insurance of Singapore. As a businessman, I believe that monopoly is not good for the consumers. There will be lack of ideas, lack of innovation. And all these innovations and ideas should come about when there is competition so that for the general good of the consumers. We've seen that happen when the monopoly on telecoms fell, the handphone prices goes down, and there's a lot more innovation that goes on. Precisely for this, Singapore has a competition law to prevent monopolies. While in politics there's no such law to talk about monopoly, but really I believe it is up to you, the voters, to be able to make that decision as to what direction you want Singapore politics to take. Do we want to have more alternative voices so that you can be heard? Or do you want to continue to have this imbalance in Parliament to continue to take place? Thank you.